Bethesda, you money-hungry geniuses, your greed is only matched by the greed talked about in the Bible. You've done it again. You've decided to shadow drop Oblivion in possibly one of the biggest gaming droughts of all time. And the people love it. Do I trust you or Todd Howard? I try not to, but goddammit, he's so charming. And since it's Bethesda, I fully expected slop whenever I turned on this game, and I was pleasantly surprised. I was met with one of the most tasteful and graceful remasters I've played in the last year. The facelift scene in this game is immense. I mean, if you look at the side-by-side comparison, one of them looks like a rejected FNAF character, which I'm not saying the old version doesn't have the charm, because goddammit it does. But being able to relive one of the most important games of my childhood, as I remember playing Oblivion on my grandfather's couch on the Xbox 360. Yes, I played the Xbox 360 Oblivion with him watching me. Being able to relive that is a wonderful gift. Many of these early 2000 games have a certain charm that isn't seen today, and that's mainly because at this point in time of game development and the public opinion of games was that we didn't know as nearly as much. Many of these early 2000s games had a certain charm that kind of got lost today, which has to do with their simplicity. In this period, we knew enough about game design to make each of them fun in their own right, without some sort of mainstream characteristics like a battle royale, or loot boxes, or recently extraction shooters. I don't know why, but Tarkov has spawned a whole new line of games that kind of fucking blow most of the time. Microtransactions were not nearly as prevalent in games back then, mainly because games were a lot less widespread than they are today. This charm was especially seen with Bethesda games. I mean, dude, there's still fucking Bethesda charm in the games they make today, for better or worse. Their formula hasn't really changed a lot. They kind of started that charm, or at least they had the biggest characteristic of it. Now, does this charm lead to a potentially broken and awkward game? Yes, but can it be also whimsical as fuck? Yeah, and I prefer that over another one of the day before games. I'll never forgive you. Now, sometimes that charm is for better or worse. In this case, it is definitely for the better. Oh my god, they kept all of the goofy shit that I love so much. The goof is part of the game. Like whenever you go to the Imperial Trade District and all of the NPCs spawn in one area and they have these awkward ass conversations. You don't hate it, you love it because of its awkwardness.
On himself. Best not to go there.
Bye.
I've heard others say the same. Heard any news from the other provinces? Nothing I'd like to talk about. So I've heard. What's the news from the other parts of Tamriel? I understand Daedra worship has become increasingly prevalent in the Somerset Isle. The old powerful wizards. It could be a dangerous situation. Take care. Do you need something?
Or running around in the arena healing in circles because the NPCs can't quite hit you.
Dude, oh my god, this is actually like fucking impossible.
Or the entire encounter with Umbra where you just stand on a pillar and hit her with arrows until she dies. All of these exploits and goofy shit you can do is still in the game. And it makes it to where the players who have played it before have a sense of familiarity and they can hop right back into it, experiencing it again with this whole new perspective that I didn't think we would get to see. Usually Bethesda charm is looked on negatively nowadays, unless it's the modding community.
What in Oblivion is that? Yeah!
But in this case, I'm so glad they kept it for the sake of the authenticity of the original game. You then get to experience the opening of the game, which used to scare the shit out of me whenever I was younger. The rats and the zombies, I didn't like it. This guy across from you starts trash talking you immediately for no reason. He hates for the love of the game, quite frankly.
How sad. I bet the gods
I'm gonna beat the shit out of you.
before the end. Oh, that's right. A bad name.
What is this guy yapping about? He's in here with me, he's no better than I am.
Emperor Uriel Septim then enters your cell and says, "I've seen you in my dreams, I swear." And his bodyguards, the Blades, are aiding him out of the kingdom and trying to get him away from being assassinated, and you just get to go with them. Blade stands for Battle Lookout Aiding due to the Emperor. Sufficiently. That's a lie. I don't know what it stands for. I don't know why I did that. But you follow the Emperor through the dark, disgusting corridors of the sewer underneath your cell, And there's rats and zombies, which I didn't remember the zombie. I remember the assassins because they scared the shit out of me whenever I was younger. The zombie was kind of new. Then you reach a point where you have to guard the Emperor with your life, which my friends immediately yelled at me because I almost instantly left the room and left him by himself.
You're supposed to be guarding the Emperor right now.
Wait, what? I am.
You told him to guard him for your life. What's the map?
No!
After I immediately left the room with the Emperor, he gets clipped and put on live stream and fails almost instantly. My bad, chat. At this point, you get given the Amulet of Kings and you're told to go to Joffrey and close the Oblivion gates yourself and save Tamriel. You also get to decide what skills your character uses, which is awesome. My specialization was combat, as I wanted to keep it pretty simple and just experience the game again since it's been a while since I played it. And for the major attributes that you can choose, I chose Strength as my favorite attribute since I wanted to use melee weapons and hit shit like a Unga Bunga Barbarian. Then you have your significant skills. I chose Armorer, Athletics, Blade, Conjuration, Heavy Armor, Restoration, and Security. I always just like security because I like to lockpick and do thievery shit on the side, you know what I'm saying? I did this through making my own class. There is presets you can choose for your class. My friend said I was going to be lame as shit if I didn't make my own, so I made my own and named it Cool Feller, because I think that's a pretty accurate description. Now, closing the gates of Oblivion may seem like a big task, and it is. Then you leave the cave from what you just watched the Emperor of this land die, and realize that this world is the size of an average FromSoft fan. It's huge. It makes you wonder what's all out there. Now, if you've already played this game, you know exactly what's out there, and it's some of the most fun side quests and random engagements you'll ever have. We all know Oblivion. There's a lot to do, and I experienced much of it for the first time since I was so young back whenever I played it, I didn't fully understand how the game worked. Now, there's smaller cities on the edge of the map, such as Kvatch, Skingrad, and Coral, and they surround this much larger city called the Imperial City, which you can tell is a main hub of the game and is prospering much more than the smaller cities surrounding it. At least it was until the main Emperor got TF2 spy tricked by a random assassin in the sewers. And then quite literally the gates of hell started opening. Now there's a lot to do and see in each of these towns, and this new rendition of the game was really something special. I experienced a lot of it for the first time. For example, the arena questline, which has you going into the Imperial City to fight an arena and slowly climb the ranks of it and become a grand champion through somewhat unethical means if you do the questline that's also associated down there. Holy shit, that was sad. Is super fun, and it's just a side thing you can do, but it can take so much of your time and it doesn't feel like it. I spent 5 hours doing the arena and it didn't feel like it at all because it's just so much fun and it's simple. And then you have the amazing guild quests all throughout the game. I wanted to enter the Thieves Guild, and the opening Thieves Guild quest requires you to go to a certain area at midnight, enter a competition with the other thieves that want to become a part of it, and steal a journal before they do. Or if they do steal it before you steal it from them because you're an alpha goddamn thief. There's even just properties around the map that you can just own by just finding them, which I knew was my main quest whenever I was riding through the city on my horse. And my friend looks at me and he says, "Hey, you see that spire in the distance? You can own it if you get to it." So I immediately went there. And not only does it have so many upgrades that you can buy and get for it, but you can summon a Flame Atronach there that helps you throughout the game. And I love the Flame Atronach.
Call me a pirate the way I be craving booty. Whoa!
And there's also just this random castle that if you find, you just become the heir to it somehow. Thank God. Because it's pretty cool. The leveling systems also changed a lot, quite frankly, I think for the better. You see, in the old Oblivion, the significant attributes mattered a lot, as they were the only skills that would allow you to level up. And in the remaster, they changed that shit to where any skill will add experience for you to level up and add points to your attributes, which makes it just so much more intuitive and easier to do and easier for the player. Honestly, I really enjoyed that leveling system, and I'm hoping that they add it into the new Elder Scrolls. Here's the hoping though. Bethesda's got a real good way of fucking things up. But I believe, hesitantly. Now there are annoying things in the game of course, but I can't hate it. Like for example, I woke up and I was a vampire at some point, just randomly. Some dude in the night came and bit me, I guess. And I didn't realize that if you wait too long and you allow the vampirism to occur in your body, you can't enter the sun after 3 days. I thought it was longer. So I was doing a quest line and had to go off on this hour-long quest to get rid of my vampirism, and it was the most annoying goddamn thing I've ever done. I have a clip of me logging off because I just died to the sun and it was like 4 in the morning and I said, fuck this, I'm not playing anymore.
Vampire bullshit, dude.
All of the characters' facial animations and face textures have been massively improved. The gameplay feels better. It looks amazing, and they kept all of the original jank. I really can't complain a lot. And listen, in the age where a lot of remakes suck ass or are mainly a money-grabbing scheme for consumers, I am so appreciative of remakes that are like this, that genuinely put the fans first and just want you to relive that old experience you had in a somewhat upgraded and redone way that makes sense. And this is what that is for me. If you miss those nights in the early 2000s of staying up late, drinking a Balls of energy drink with your bros, and playing a game, then I would highly recommend getting this because it gives you a glimpse into what that was like. What you know about Skooma, dog? How long has it been since you messed with that? How long has it been since you saw the balls drink? Anyway, that was pretty much all I had to say. I hope that you guys have been having a wonderful day and a wonderful time while I've been gone. I'm trying to make a RuneScape video. That shit's taken way too long. But thank you for watching to this point, and if you have, please consider subscribing. I love all of you. See you next time.